Check it out. First, an avalanche of dirt descends on this car, and a second later, a huge rock is flying down. An attempt to throw a stone at a dog ended up costing the perpetrator a back window. In case I'm ever asked how I met your mother. Maybe this dog was a farmer in its past life.
I'm sorry, everybody follow me.
How to work out all of your muscles at once and chat to a friend at the same time. The dog politely hinted that this guy should have a bath. The reflexes of the driver of the red car are better than any parking sensors.
Somebody once told me.
This motorcycle driver was nearly maimed by a piece of metal. This is why you should always wear a safety helmet. This biker was saved by the high speed, and so was this deer. Now you gotta pay another $200 to remove this new tree off the property. The main thing to remember here is to look up at the right time. This is what happens when you rudely swoop into a parking space. And this truck must have decided to look for a new owner. This guy slowed down because he was distracted by his phone, when suddenly... And this girl was saved by a curb.
What?
The thieves tried to steal a scooter and were left without a getaway strategy. Oh, he won't be shoving his arms through other people's letterboxes after this. She looks like she's about to take off. If this woman approaches you, just know that she can leave you without a seat with a single gaze. When you've had a rough life, but you're still holding on. Who else would have thought of cutting grass with a blender?
Наприклад, блендером косить траву.
And this guy is really cute when he thinks no one can see him.
Nani?
The most romantic ride I've ever seen. When you promised your wife you would always pick up the phone. This student in Chile was arrested for protesting against the government, but he runs faster than the law enforcement motorcycles. She just discovered a new technique for barbecuing. Try to explain the importance of a life jacket to your kid after seeing this. when you finally kiss the girl you like. It's immediately apparent who's in charge here. And here is a new type of vehicle. No issues with parking, no need for a driving license, and it's one of a kind. And you definitely won't have any problems like this guy. Due to the strong wind, this woman couldn't even open the door, not to mention exit the car. She managed it in the end, but really, she should have stayed home. This guy is working on his magic powers before his first day as a police officer. This horse was never told when it was young that walking across rooftops was dangerous. Well, it happens to all of us. The secret life of traffic cones. And now you'll see proof that poltergeists are real. Just look at what goes on with the capes on the chairs. When it's your first time at the gym, this dog must have really wanted to go for a walk. The courier brought the package but got scared of the husky, and here's what happened next.
No, come up. No, Josiah, come help me. No. 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 No.
I'm sure the dog was just trying to help. This man spilled industrial paint all over the parking lot and ended up causing $18,000 worth of damage. There are a few types of drivers. The first, the second, and the third. If you ever decide to block someone in a parking lot, just bear in mind that strong guys like this exist. He was just a step away from the perfect delivery, but an untimely message ruined it. Watch what one thoughtless movement can provoke. This guy works in turbo mode. And this cat practically said bon appetit. This boy heroically rescued his dog from a pack of feral dogs. Even this happens, and yet everyone's gonna blame the delivery driver. It's a good thing there was a camera. A brief an exercise also known as "I've been electrocuted." One of the reasons why construction workers take a long time to finish a project. While you're walking your dogs, these women are walking their irons, according to the advice from therapists who think that it's a good way to get rid of insecurities. I should go and walk my microwave. How do I make an appointment for this hairdresser? The dog used the lack of awareness of the delivery driver to its advantage and stole the bag with food from him, like a professional thief. When you decide to save money on a motor. If you've run out of ideas for a romantic evening, here you go. Any idea which one of them is the dog?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
In case you didn't know what your cats get up to while you're not at home. Dad accidentally busted his daughter on a first date.
What are you doing?
Was this always allowed? A life hack that allows you to walk around without an umbrella while it's raining. And this young mom was so exhausted, she managed to lose her child while holding it in her arms. Maybe this is the same chicken that just didn't understand that it should have escaped while it had the chance. For a long time, the owner of the house was confused as to who keeps making a mess on his terrace until he installed a hidden camera and learned that this was the doing of his neighbor's goats. Party's over, everyone. This is why you should never forget about the handbrake. Just look at what this dog is doing when it thinks no one can see it. This girl is looking for the gas tank in her Tesla. Some say she's still there, looking.
That's how you can tell if it's a rental.
A great way to check if a person is okay. When you've always dreamt of doing ballroom dancing, but your parents signed you up for martial arts. This cat stole a sausage and got away with it. Well, nearly. This bee is an aspiring blogger. It's a neat trick and all, but unfortunately there are bigger problems now. Getting away from a dog by jumping on top of a refrigerator was not the best idea. Not sure why the dog wanted the slipper so much, but the animal pulled it off flawlessly. This guy just wanted to have some beers with his friends, but something went wrong. The owner of the house decided to play a prank on the delivery drivers and put up a sign that said, "Keep on grass." He didn't consider that there are people who would take it seriously. Do you also think that glass doors are evil? This girl felt it firsthand. When you had taken a job that was notorious for its team building events,
But they share an experience. They are better than us. No, no, no. The rest is talk with Rachel. Wow.
what is even happening here? And this is the funniest attempt to empty an inflatable pool I've ever seen. Two guys under the influence thought for some reason that the dog would have a lot of fun hanging out with them. This man wanted to wash his car, but the hose decided to take its revenge for all the previous customers. A paramedic stole money from the home of a 94-year-old woman who had just passed away. But then he spotted the camera and returned the money. In the end, he was still sentenced to 18 months. This little dog is impossible not to pet. The Paula's cat deliberately hid to scare tourists. Everyone entertains themselves in their own way. When you haven't been to the seaside for too long, even a dirty ditch will do.